Yep. How's everybody doing tonight? Hello, hello. We're live. Welcome. Come around, gather around, because today there was some news in the Naruto-verse. There was some news. And this time the news is not clickbait. But join the live stream. Come on. Gather round, folks. Gather round. Oh, hello, Abram, Michelle, Spider Apple, Iron Fist, Brandon Gabriel. How's it going, everybody? How's it going? Are you guys doing alright? Are you guys doing alright? Let me start with a poll here. Are you excited? Excited for the Minato Manga question mark? No. I'll maybe a little. Yes. I'm so hyped. I want to see what you guys think about this new manga that's coming out. Hello there, everybody. Expenser, Jonathan, Luigi Tron, Jimmy Gangler, or Gangler, sorry if I mispronounced that. Zone, Riz Monkey, Expenser, everyone liking the stream? Yes, Expenser's got the right idea. Liking the stream, everybody. Come on. Come on. I hope Minato doesn't realize the affair I'm having with his wife. Oh boy. Minato's a beta male. He wouldn't care. He would be like, oh no, you can have Kushina. It's okay. I know you're making her happy. It's fine. Oh. But we got news today for this new Minato manga. When everybody joins the live stream, I can actually start talking a little bit more about it. Which direction should Naruto have gone instead of Boruto? Literally anything else? Minato or Itachi in a versus battle or as characters? Because that's a different answer, I suppose. Was the date dropped yet? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So hyped. I watched the top 100 live with you. It was crazy. I didn't live stream that though. It was probably somebody else. I'm so hyped for this, bro. Kishimoto writing his own thing, his own drawings, his own story, and finally 2-page spreads. Oh, yes, we're definitely gonna see 2-page spreads, and I would wager definitely more than one. Because he's writing this, and Kishimoto loves his 2-page spread, sorry. 1-page spreads can be cool too, but 2-page spreads are just epic. Hello, Delirious Hunter. Shisu should have won. Well, he didn't. Well, I would have chosen literally 100 characters before choosing Minato. But it is what it is. It's definitely going to be better than any Boruto chapter we've ever seen, just by default. So at least, you know, maybe Minato's going to get some interesting characterization in this one shot. And he's actually gonna become a more interesting character. So let's get to the news, okay? Kishimoto posted in his own Instagram later today. I mean earlier today, later today. I'm looking into the future now. This picture that is in the thumbnail, I can actually show you guys. Let me pull up the image that was posted of Minato. In his Instagram and also in the news and stuff. It was this picture of Minato. He is definitely looking younger than he is, you know, in Naruto Shippuden and all that, and the flashbacks and stuff. So everything indicates that we're getting a teenager Minato story or he looks to be, what, 15, 16 maybe? Probably about the same age Naruto was in Shippuden. That would make a lot of sense. And, well, we got some additional information as well about what the story is gonna be about. Well, we already knew by the first initial statements that it was gonna be a story about Minato developing a new powerful jutsu. Maybe it's gonna be the Rasengan, which, yeah, sure. Minato learning the Rasengan can be cool because he develops it himself. But we've already seen Naruto training the Rasengan and the Rasen Shuriken. That could be a little bit repetitive. I hope it's not just about that. I hope it's a lot more than just Minato developing the Rasengan. But we also got the name for this story, which is going to be Naruto Gaiden, Uzu no Naka no Tsumujikaze. Uzu no Naka no Tsumujikaze, which roughly translates to Tumbling Wind in the Storm. Which makes a lot of sense with the thematics of wind. Minato's last name, Namikaze, means wind wave, and also Naruto's last name, Uzumaki, means whirlpool or eddy. So it's fitting, it's interesting, and we also got some additional information about when and how many pages they're gonna be. So it's gonna be one single chapter, meaning a one-shot. It's gonna be 55 pages, and it's gonna be in the 55th anniversary of the weekly Shonen Jump in issue 33. So 55 pages, 55th anniversary, makes, you know, interesting correlation there. It's probably going to be fun to see Kishimoto writing for, not just writing, but also drawing for Shonen Jump again. And it's going to release in July 18th, so less than a month away. It's going to be pretty soon. And usually one-shot chapters are 45 pages long. This one's gonna be 55, which is good, right? Yeah, some people are saying it's short. Riz Monkey, wow, it's so short. Well, it is over twice as long as a normal chapter, and this was never gonna be a series, you know, an entire series or anything like that. So I'm pretty happy about the length. At least it's gonna be lengthier than one single chapter of a one-shot, which is 45 pages. It's gonna be shorter than the initial chapter of manga series, because usually when a manga series premieres in Shonen Jump, the first chapter is about 60 pages long, because it gives the author more time to develop the story to an interesting point, so that they can get the story moving and get more hype. And then the subsequent chapters are 20 pages long. This one's going to be 55, which is definitely enough time to tell an interesting story. Kishimoto is very good at telling stories in a very interesting visual manner that don't take too many pages. So I thought it was going to be... No, it was never going to be a series. It was always going to be a one-shot. Minato's... But it all comes back to burrito and salad. Yeah, they're not canon, doesn't matter. I want a light novel about this freaking 2-minute date with Sasuke and Sakura from what? I don't know what you're talking about. I definitely wanted Madara though, not gonna lie. I would have loved Madara. Unfortunately, Minato won. But 55 pages, as I was saying, is definitely enough time for Kishimoto to write an interesting story. Of course, it's not going to be a grandiose arc, like the Chunin exams, or the Sasuke retrieval arc, or the Pain arc. Obviously, there's no time for that. It's definitely going to be short and sweet and to the point. And I'm interested to see how Kishimoto's going to do. Because he hasn't drawn, you know, in a consistent basis for a long time now. Of course, he definitely draws here and there, but he's not, you know, drawing the same rate he was when he was doing Naruto. We do see the drawing he did for Minato here. It looks good. I mean, nothing too special, I would say, but like his character design is interesting. He's wearing this kind of a jumpsuit, jacket, whatever it is. He definitely looks to be 15 to 16 years old. He's not wearing a Jonin vest, which I guess Well, he definitely was a Jonin already at this point of his career, but maybe he's just chooses not to. Some Jonins don't wear the vest. And there's that. Of course, this is because Kishimoto wants to make his design distinct for the one-shot. He doesn't want to just do the same design of Jonin era Minato over again, because of course it's going to be more hype if Minato gets a different design in the one-shot. And, well, and it looks good. Like, it doesn't look, you know, amazing or anything special, but this is just one drawing of the character with no background, just the character by himself. So he's not even fighting, he's not really in motion. It's just an interesting pose to hype up the chapter. And oh, there was another information that I forgot to say. There will be color centerfold feature pages, which means, and they say pages, so there are probably going to be 2 colorful pages for the one shot, which is a good thing. They are usually the first 2 pages of the story. Shonen Jump, every release of Shonen Jump Magazine, they choose a couple of different mangas that they release to get 1 or 2 color pages, and this is, you know, a very hype moment because the people who read Shonen Jump are like, oh, they're gonna get color pages, it's gonna be cool. So this is gonna get the color pages. This drawing of Minato that I'm showing here on screen obviously is colored by Kishimoto himself. So we can expect something like this in the 2 initial pages. Will you review it? Of course I will. I will definitely talk about this when it comes out. I hope it's good, like I really do. Casual dress Minato? Yes, pretty much that. Will Minato have a sassy jutsu like Naruto Boruto? I don't think so. This is not really his personality if I were to guess. But what do you guys think? Like, I'm interested to see who's gonna be the villain of the story. Because this is gonna be Minato at like 15 to 16. The Third Great Ninja War hadn't started yet. So it's definitely gonna be something else. Like, maybe it's gonna be Minato in a mission. Maybe it's gonna be him in the Leaf Village. Obviously, there's gonna be a fight. I mean, it's Naruto. It's a shonen battle series. So I want to see who Minato's gonna fight against. I'm not sure if I want a recurring character, like a character we already know to be the villain, or a new character. I think a new character could be more interesting. But it has to be like a powerful character, because 15 to 16-year-old Minato is already insanely strong by, you know, the metrics of the universe. Regular shinobis have absolutely no chance against Minato. When he was 12, he defeated a Jonin squadron of the Cloud Village when he rescued Kushina. So, Minato at this age is definitely already Kage level. It will be interesting if he fought against a Kage, like maybe like the third right Kage. That's a very famous versus battle people like to debate. It could be interesting to see that. Like, imagine the hype, like seeing this young Minato fighting against the third right Kage, maybe some other Kage, I don't know. Or maybe there are other possibilities too, like an original character, but then again, if there is an original character introduced in this one-shot that gives Minato a run for his money, then he probably has to die in the one-shot, because it would be strange for him never to show up again in the Naruto series later on, because, oh, where was that guy? He was pretty strong, where is he? You get what I mean? Or they could maybe try to do something else. There's always that possibility. There's always that possibility. I'm gonna leave Minato on screen here so that people can actually see him. I'm just gonna put the donation things before him, so that when people donate, they can actually see their names and stuff and the goal. I'm gonna also decrease the size of these things, but like, I'm definitely interested to see. I'm much more hyped for this than the Boruto time skip, that's for sure. But I'm not that hyped, if I'm being honest with you. If I were to answer my own poll, I would say I'm a little hyped. That's a little. Because Minato, as I said, he's not one of my favorite characters. I get why people like him, he's really cool. but not one of my favorites. Let's see, the poll is, are you excited for the Minato manga? 10% say no, 26% say a little, 37% say yes, and 27% say I'm so hyped. You think he has his clan symbol on his back? That's very possible. That's very possible. Akatsuki spin-off could be way better. I agree. I think any Akatsuki character would have been more interesting than Minato. As I said, Minato was definitely not my first pick. Not in the slightest. But it is what it is, right? I mean, I wanna see the manga. Oh yeah, forming the Akatsuki would be so cool. The thing is, we've already seen that kind of in a video game, and like, it's okay. Who did you vote for? I voted for Madara. I should have done videos campaigning for Hikaku. I wanted Hikaku to beat Kaguya, but like, I didn't say anything about voting for him. I didn't even make a video about Naruto Top 99 when it came out. Like, I only made a video about the result. So if I had made a video campaigning for Hikaku, he could definitely have beaten Kaguya. I will die with this regret. We also, one thing that we can see from the drawing here, the new Minato drawing, the 16-year-old Minato, whatever age he is, definitely looking younger, he is holding a Flying Thunder God kunai, so he definitely already has that jutsu in his disposal, which, yeah, that checks out. I would assume Minato would have been the type of guy that would learn such a powerful jutsu at a young age. And if you think about it, if he's 15 to 16, Naruto and Sasuke at that age were already insanely powerful. Naruto masters Sage Mode, Sasuke awakens the Mangekyo. So Minato is one of the top ninjas in the verse. Obviously, he is going to be at that level in this age. Especially because he was hailed as one of the biggest prodigies ever, essentially. Hikaku Uchiha would have been legendary. And I don't say that memeing, because like, the Warring States period is my favorite time period in the Naruto-verse. And seeing that period through the lens of Hikaku and Uchiha, that's not the major Uchihas like Izuna or Madara, would have been very interesting. By the way, guys, like the live stream. There are almost 100 people watching and only 35 likes. We have to pump those likes up. Come on, come on, come on. Are Namikaze a famous clan? No. Actually, it's implied they're not even a clan. They're like a family. Like the Harunos, for example. It's just a last name. Maybe we will get some additional information about Namikaze, about Minato's parents, maybe? Because we know nothing about them in canon. What do you think about a Kakuzu manga? It could be interesting. I would say a Kakuzu manga way back in the day. Maybe not. Like, it could have been interesting to see Kakuzu getting stomped by Hashirama, but like, it could have also been interesting to see him leaving the waterfall village after failing his mission and acquiring the first hearts that he harvests. Oh, Flying Thunder God, $2. Thank you so much. Is there a release date set? Yes, there is. I think you've arrived late to the live stream. It's gonna be on July 18th. Less than a month away. It's gonna be 55 pages long. A one-shot issue of this Naruto Gaiden manga. And it's called Naruto Gaiden Uzunonaka no Tsujimikaze, which means tumbling wind in the storm, roughly. With 2 colored pages. So it's definitely gonna be interesting. 50 pages is not a lot. 55, it's 55. It's more than a Boruto chapter. And yes, it's not a full-fledged series. It was never gonna be that. If people were excited for a new series, then they never marketed. I mean, I guess you could say they kind of deceived people saying there's gonna be a new Minato manga, but the plan was always to be a one-shot. Of course, I would have loved to see a new series, a longer series, and I think everybody would, but this is not something very feasible because they would have to put it into Shonen Jump, and of course the allotted spaces are very limited there. They have 20 ongoing series at any given time, and for you to get a new series, especially a spin-off like this, it's not as easy. It would probably not be a Shonen Jump series if they were to do a series, so one-shots are much easier because they have space in the magazine for one-shots every month that they can give to any particular author that they feel like it would be interesting for them to have a one-shot. The last one-shot Kishimoto did was the Mitsuki Sage Mode one-shot. And it was interesting. It was much better than regular Boruto content because it was Kishimoto who made it, but still. Oh! Matted Manx! Thank you for the $10, dude. I'm kinda hyped. I like Minato, but I would have rather liked to see the Warring States period. So do I. Or maybe from the Otsutsuki's origin planet. No, hell no. Also, people need to join VC on Discord. I want to debate. Yes! Everybody go join the Discord server. Links in the description below if you haven't joined it already. And also subscribe to this channel. If you're watching the live stream and you're not subscribed, you know, better subscribe. You better subscribe. Because we have Minato Manga coming out. We have Minato Manga. And it's gonna be interesting to say the least. Training Flying Thunder God would be cool to watch. No, like, let's not do a training one-shot because training arcs tend to be the most boring ones. Let's do a one-shot where there's a lot of action and interesting developments in the story, character development and all that. Do you have some tips getting into writing? Start writing. That's the first hurdle you have to overcome. Also, like, there are a lot of YouTube videos that provide you with interesting, well, tips and instructions. And also read. That helps too. We need to see Minato box with a really high tier opponent. That is probably what they're gonna do. The thing is, if they create a new character that hasn't been established, you know, if Kishimoto makes a new character for this one shot to be the villain, you know, the opponent Minato's gonna fight against, the main antagonist, because obviously there's gonna be an antagonist. If he creates a new character for this purpose, then like, people are probably not going to respect the character as much because he's just been introduced, unless the character does something crazy and very cool in the one-shot to be worthy of the audience's respect. But then again, if he uses a character that we know, a powerful character like a Hokage or something, then there's also the problem that, well, but this character, we never really saw him doing that type of thing, and there are problems that can happen. But still, I hope he does get an interesting fight with a powerful opponent. Because the only 1v1 fight we see Minato ever doing is the one against Obito, which is great. Which is great, don't get me wrong. It's a good fight. But that's the only one we get. When he comes back in the War Arc, he is essentially playing support and using the Flying Thunder God to combine his jutsus with Tobirama, also Naruto and Sasuke. But yeah, the manga is coming out. For those of you who just arrived, the manga is coming out on July 18th, less than a month away. It's going to be 55 pages long. It's going to have 2 colored pages. And it's called Naruto Gaiden Tumbling Wind in the Storm. The picture you guys are seeing here is an official picture released by Kishimoto, drawn by Kishimoto. And it depicts this younger Minato, 15 to 16, I would say. It's gonna be a teen Minato manga. That's gonna be interesting. I wonder, we're probably gonna see Kushina in this, like, Minato and Kushina were already dating at this point of the story. They began dating. I mean, we don't know exactly when they began dating, but it's implied they kind of began dating after Minato rescues Kushina from the Cloud Village guys. Maybe we'll get to see Jiraiya. Who knows? Jiraiya was Minato's sensei. He wouldn't be the sensei anymore because at this point Minato is definitely a jonin. We could see Kakashi. I do hope we don't see Kakashi and Obi. I mean, no, actually they'll be too young. Though Kakashi was a ninja at 5 years old, so there's a chance we're gonna see like a baby Kakashi in diapers just fighting alongside Minato. That'd be kind of goofy. Um, we're probably gonna see Hiruzen. That's pretty likely. Orochimaru could be an interesting opponent for this, like, because Minato and Orochimaru, they had that rivalry. When Orochimaru resurrects Minato in the war arc, they're kind of, Orochimaru's like, yeah, you were chosen to be the fourth Hokage, not me. Of course, that just going by what they can do, Minato destroys Orochimaru. Itachi was destroying Orochimaru when Itachi was 13, and that was a more powerful Orochimaru than Orochimaru would have been in this point of the story here when Minato was 16. But I think Orochimaru could be interesting to be an opponent. Though it could be, I'm just kind of guessing here, we have no idea. Who could it be? 5-year-old Kakashi. Yeah, Kakashi literally became a ninja at 5 years old, and he became a chunin at 6. So he passed the Chunin exams when he was 5. That's very, very goofy to think about. Boruto ain't filler? Yes, it is. I'm sorry to disappoint you, man, but it is filler. I think Team Kushina would be based off Hinata or Sakura. Definitely more Sakura, because when Minato returns in the war arc, and he asks Naruto, oh, is that girl your girlfriend? And it was Sakura healing Naruto. Naruto says yes, and then she punches Naruto, and Minato's like, oh, she really reminds me of Kushina. So Sakura and Kushina do have that parallel. It's interesting that Naruto chose a woman that's very unlike his mom. But interestingly enough, at this point of the story, there's no major war going on. I mean, I guess we don't know exactly when the Third Great Ninja War started, but I don't think it's going on at this point, because that would be, or maybe it is, maybe it was just a very long war, unlike the Fourth Great Ninja War, which lasted 2 days in universe, literally 2 days. It could be great seeing a strong Hyuga. Then again, it's gonna be a 55-page manga chapter. We don't have time to do a lot of stuff here. It's definitely gonna focus on Minato there, and there are probably gonna be 3 to 4 other characters that have an important role in the story. Other than that, I think we can see some very, popular characters as fan service. Like, oh, look at Kakashi in the background over there, or look at Jiraiya in the background, and they don't do much. But who do you guys think we're gonna see? In this period, maybe we will learn why Kakashi's father's nickname, the White Fang. No, because this is not a White Fang manga. If they want to focus on that, then the manga will lose its purpose. This is a Minato manga. Like, we are not gonna see any major developments for any character other than Minato, and maybe the villain of the story, whoever it's gonna be. See, Kimimaru family can be a nice villain, maybe. Look, maybe, but then again, Kimimaru was said to be the strongest guy in the clan, and Kimimaru would already be stomped by Minato. So, unlikely. Very unlikely. I hope this explains how Minato learned Sage Mode. No, I don't think that's an interesting idea. Because Minato's Sage Mode is just, a footnote, essentially. And he says it himself, he is bad at it. Which he is, because his Sage Mode lasts for a single Rasengan. It's very weak. So no, it's not going to be about that. Very unlikely that it is. I have a very interesting idea. When Minato first saw Obito, he asked him if he was Madara, so maybe in this backstory, Minato sees Madara somehow with a ghetto statue and has an interaction with him. No, nobody knew Madara was alive. This would break canon. Because if Minato saw Madara alive Minato would tell the village and they would hunt Madara down non-stop. Because, yeah, this would be a big deal. Like, wait, hold on, Madara Uchiha's alive? We have to go and get this guy. And no, there's no way. There's no way this is gonna happen. I hope this brings more popularity to Minato era stories, technology village, layout, wars. Though that's very much one of those Naruto peaked at Pain Arc opinions. Well, the technology and stuff didn't really evolve that much in Naruto up until the Boruto time, when technology evolved stupidly fast. I think we can learn more about Minato's clan. Well, maybe they're gonna do something about it, but it's implied to be just a family, as far as we know. Maybe there will be other Uchihas that we've never seen. Like, then again, this is not an Uchiha story, it's a Minato story. I mean, maybe having Minato, maybe it's not just, you know, an enemy story, maybe it's like a rivalry story with Fugaku. That could be very interesting. Then again, it would be kind of like, you know, just a mirror of Naruto and Sasuke having a rivalry. I don't know. And Minato is definitely implied to be way superior to Fugaku, even though they were both considered to be the fourth Hokage. Maybe some tail beasts could be included in the story. Yeah, the thing is, it's sad that that Minato got the inspiration for developing the Rasengan after seeing a truth-seeking ball. A Bijudama, a tail beast bomb being used. And that's when he got the inspiration for the Rasengan, so maybe he'll see a tail beast bomb here, somehow. He's gonna fight a Jinchuriki and fight against a tail beast, which would be a worthy opponent for Minato, being an entire tail beast. Definitely something impressive. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to see Minato using some sort of jutsu we've never seen him using before. That's just the nature of this type of stuff. We have to do some hype stuff. If we don't include any new things in the story, then people are not gonna be that excited about the one shot. Why are you so obsessed with the Uchiha? I like the Uchiha clan, but I'm not really talking about the Uchiha clan now. Do you talk about any other anime topic, or will you stick with Naruto? Since this is a Naruto channel, for the time being, I'm sticking to Naruto here, but we can talk about other stuff during live streams. I don't see any problem in that. How Kurama sealed in Kushina? Well, this was done when Kushina was very young. It was way before the time when this manga was going to take place. She was like 11, 12. And then the Nine Tails was transferred from Mito into Kushina. And it was probably done by... we don't know. I love Mitano. I love Mitano. It would be nice if we saw some of Minato's family members or someone else in his clan. Maybe. Then again, this is a Minato story, not Minato's family story. Then you can connect the family to an interesting part of the story, but like... they were never even mentioned, and I guess this is an interesting topic because people are always speculating about. Who knows? Do you think Danzo would make an interesting antagonist for the one-shot? Yeah, Danzo could be very interesting, actually. Very interesting. At this time, Danzo wouldn't have Izanagi, you know, an armful of Izanagis because the Uchiha clan wasn't massacred yet. So he wouldn't be as powerful, but maybe he's just a political antagonist. It could be interesting, yeah. I don't think Kishimoto's gonna do that, because Danzo is a character people kind of hate, even though he's one of the best characters in the series. If I were to guess, I think the main antagonist is gonna be a new character. But this is just, you know, a gut feeling. It's just because usually when you do one-shots from series that are already established, I mean, you could try and lean on nostalgia and characters that are very recognizable, but in this time period, there is no villain that I see being a feasible villain and that is also a very popular character. Like, it's not as though they can make Minato fight Itachi in this time period, because this, yeah, it will be the match of the century, the two most overhyped characters in the fandom fighting each other. It would be insane, but Minato died when Itachi was like 6. At this point of the story, Itachi isn't even born, because Fugaku was also about Minato's age. You couldn't put Minato against Madara, for example, because Madara is like 500 years old and we would break canon if they met each other. You couldn't do him against Obito because, well, we've already seen that in the story, and Obito is like 5 years old in this point of the story. You couldn't do Minato versus Pain for the same reasons. Oh, Nagato is much too young. So... there is no popular possible character. I gave some possible examples like Orochimaru, but then again, Minato would dominate him. Danzo would be interesting, but people don't like Danzo. The third Raikage could be very interesting. That's the... If I were to say which one would be the most interesting hype matchup for Minato to get out of characters that make sense in this time period and that we already know, that would be the third Raikage. Maybe Onoki too, like Onoki seems to respect and kind of fear Minato a lot. It could be interesting to see Minato versus Onoki, and I really like Onoki. But I don't think Kishimoto will want to portray Onoki as a villain, because Onoki does get a heroic arc in the end of the series, and this would leave a taste that, oh, Onoki's like a bad guy, we don't like Onoki. I don't know. There are also the other Kage of this time period, but they're not that well known. So, we just don't know exactly who's going to be the antagonist. Maybe they'll make it so Danzo sends assassins to kill Minato before he becomes the Hokage. No, because this is going to be a story way before Minato becomes the Hokage. It's going to be a story before the Third Great Ninja War. So this is not what's going to happen. They painted Inoki as the villain again. Boruto, well, sure, Boruto's not canon, who cares? Also, it's in those anime-only episodes. Minato versus 4th Kazekage could be a thing. The 4th Kazekage would probably be around Minato's age at this point, but, I mean, Minato just completely destroys him. Like, the only, out of the Kage, I mean, Onoki could be interesting because Onoki is experienced and he has powerful abilities. Obviously, he's not gonna fight Hiruzen because, you know, it's his Hokage and they were pretty much friends and mentor and student to an extent. And it would be the third Mizukage at this point of the story. We've never seen the third Mizukage doing anything in the entire story, so maybe Kishimoto can say, oh, it was very powerful all along. And then we have the third Raikage as well, which is definitely a much tougher opponent for Minato because how is Minato going to bypass his defenses? That could be interesting. But obviously Minato is going to win whatever confrontation he has in this one-shot because it's his one-shot. He's not going to lose. I mean, if he loses, I'll be surprised. And I would probably like if Minato lost the fight he gets in this. It could be very interesting for him. Maybe as this is a teenage Minato, he could be more arrogant and cocky. And he goes into the fights thinking, oh yeah, I'm Minato. I'm like the biggest prodigy the world has ever seen. And we don't get this impression of him in the flashback when he rescues Kushina and when he is in the academy. But maybe because he's in his teenage years, like his rebel phase, maybe he grows a little bit too arrogant. And this could be an experience that humbles Minato. It could be very interesting to see that. I'm almost positive this is not gonna happen, but it could be cool. Also, everyone liked this video, the live stream, because we have like 130 people watching and only 67 likes. We don't have 69 yet. We have to reach 69, come on. Uchiha Kagami cameo? Yeah, we don't know when Uchiha Kagami dies. We don't know much about the guy. He could be alive this winter. He would be older, but he could be alive. I hope we get to see or hear more about Sakumo. It's very unlikely we'll get to see characters like that. Like Sakumo, like Shisui. I mean, Shisui's way too young, but we're not gonna get development for these characters that have only a little bit of development and people actually want to see more, because this would overshadow the purpose of the manga, so no. This is a Minato manga. So no, just White Fang. I mean, I could be dead wrong, and it could be Minato teaming up with White Fang. But I think this is gonna focus primarily on Minato. Kagami was a made-up character I made. Is it okay if I use it? What? What's up, Adrian? Fugaku versus Minato. Yeah, I was talking about that. I don't think they're gonna do that, though. Because it would just be the same, oh, Naruto versus Sasuke, Minato versus Fugaku again. I don't know if this would be the most interesting part of the story. But yeah, for those of you who just arrived, the new Minato manga is gonna premiere. It's gonna premiere in Shonen Jump, July 18th. It's gonna be 55 pages long, and it's gonna have 2 color pages. Or more. They say pages in plural, so it implies more than one. And it's called Naruto Gaiden Tumbling Wind in the Storm. And this image of Minato that you see on screen is an official image released by Kishimoto, drawn and colored by Kishimoto. The new Minato design, he's about 16, maybe 15, we don't know exactly, but it's definitely going to be a teenage Minato story that we're going to get. Will it be only in Japanese, or will it be translated? It will definitely be translated, my friend. Don't worry about that. Just one chapter, yes, it's going to be a one-shot. 55 pages long. It was always going to be a one-shot. It's a good thing that it's going to be longer than the average one-shot, because one-shots are usually 45 pages long. This one's going to be 55. So 10 pages. It may not seem like much, but it actually makes a difference when you're telling a story. What if Minato learns the Flying Raijin during this manga? Very unlikely, because as you see in the picture they released, Minato is already holding a Flying Thunder God Kunai. He probably already knows the jutsu. In the synopsis, before this announcement was made, it was said that Minato will learn a new technique during this manga. People were guessing, and I think as well that's going to be the Rasengan. Not sure if Minato learning a new jutsu in the one-shot is like the best usage of the one-shot for telling a Minato story. I mean, obviously it's not going to be just a training arc. I mean, not an arc even, not a training chapter, purely and simple. It's going to have a conflict, it's going to have a villain, obviously, but we just don't know. We just don't know exactly what's going to be yet. And that's good. That's a good thing. We can speculate, we can debate, we can actually wonder and get excited about what's going to be about. Why do you keep assuming Minato is at his full power if he's just a teenager? I'm not assuming that. I never said that. I just said that a 15 to 16-year-old Minato is already a powerhouse in the verse. And he should already be way more powerful than most of the Kage. Just by, like, he was stomping Jonins very casually when he was 12. And he's said to be a bigger prodigy than Itachi, who was stomping Orochimaru at 13. So yeah, Minato is already way too strong in this, time period of the story. That's why I think a story that humbles Minato could be very interesting. I don't know, Minato growing cocky because he is such a prodigy in his teenage years, and then somebody comes along and just like destroys Minato. I don't think people would have liked to see that, but I would have loved to see that. Like, it would be great. I'm excited to see the Uchiha back in action before they were annihilated. That's probably not gonna happen, though. This is a Minato story, not an Uchiha story. We need to see Naruto's grandparents. I mean, they can do something with that, but then again, they are definitely dead when Naruto starts, and maybe, like, they were already dead when Minato died, because otherwise Naruto would have been raised by his grandparents. So they're, or maybe Minato's an abandoned child as well, and we just don't know. Like, there are many like, it would be so interesting if Minato is a guy that was like abandoned by his family in the Leaf Village, and nobody knows like who his parents are, because, well, he was just abandoned there. Like, his parents are no one, and he grows to be this amazingly powerful ninja. This could be a very interesting story. Then again, it's not a story that I think can be told in 55 pages. So, I mean, Kishimoto can probably make it happen with flashbacks and stuff. I believe in Kishimoto. Also, Jiraiya could make an appearance. He could. He definitely could. Maybe Kushina rages and turns into the Nine Tails. Nah, no, that's very unlikely. It's implied that the Nine Tails attack the day Naruto was born was the first time that happened. Like, it would diminish the impact of that event if Kushina raged before that. Even if it's not the full Nine Tails, it would still take away from the impact of that day. Is the Flying Raijin hard to learn? It's really one of those things that is not so hard to learn, but it's very difficult to master, because we see Genma, Raido, and the other guy, which I forgot the name now, they knew the Flying Raijin, but they had to execute it in 3. Like, they had to do a threesome to do the Flying Raijin. And it's implied that Minato could do it by himself because he's very talented and powerful. One of my friends said he won't be OP, but I said it's not far-fetched to say that he is close to his prime, considering that at this point, he is the best prodigy in the entire Leaf Village. Yes, no, like, he is considered to be a better prodigy than Itachi, and Itachi was stomping Orochimaru, a Sannin, a legendary Sannin, a character that is renowned as being legendary in the verse, when Itachi was 13 years old. So when we consider that this Minato is a better prodigy than Itachi, and he is like 15 to 16, obviously, I'm not saying he's gonna be at his prime, but he is gonna be extremely powerful. Like, we can already assume that Minato is the fastest ninja in the verse at this point, and if he has a Flying Raijin, that's even more pronounced. To be fair, they say everyone is better than everyone. Yeah, but no, Minato is different, because Minato was hailed as a genius every time he was mentioned, and so was Itachi. But those characters, I think you can at least compare their status as insane geniuses and prodigies. So, like, also think about Naruto and Sasuke when they were 16. They were already insanely powerful too. Sage Mode Naruto, MS Sasuke. Like, Sasuke was raiding the 5 Kage Summit and fighting against every Kage in, like, in sequence. And Naruto was fighting against Pain. Like, Minato is probably gonna be around that level, if not more powerful. Minato and Naruto would be able to beat Sasuke, Rinnegan, and Boruto. Yes, I mean, Shino could. Minato only started to have his feet lowered during the war arc. I wouldn't even say they were lowered. He wasn't just the main focus of that story, but he was doing a lot of crazy stuff. And they said the third was the god of shinobi. Yeah, that was definitely, obviously, Hashirama is the god of shinobi now. Not the third Hokage. Ugh. I hope Black Satsu will be the antagonist. Oh, hell no! Between Kakashi and Minato, who do you think would be a strong Uchiha? What do you mean they're not Uchihas? But, I'm curious to see, like, who's gonna be the antagonist of this one-shot. Because I don't think they're gonna do a slice of life one-shot. That would be very strange, and people would definitely get mad. I wouldn't. I would actually probably like a slice of life Naruto one-shot. But anyway. There's definitely gonna be an antagonist, a fight, a big fight. Maybe not a big fight because it's a 55-page chapter, so the fight cannot be, you know, Sakura versus Sasori in length. I will explain to anyone why Minato gets nagged by Sasuke. Okay. Minato should have a dojutsu, being the father of Naruto, the reincarnation of Ashura. Ashura didn't have a dojutsu. What are you talking about? 55 pages is really short. It can only be a prologue. No, it's it's lengthier than a regular one shot, which are usually 45 pages. There is space to tell an interesting story in 55 pages for sure. I mean, we're not talking about Ikemoto here, it's Kishimoto. Like, you would be very surprised if you... Like, I guess most people in chat haven't read the Naruto manga, but you would be very surprised at how much stuff Kishimoto can pack into a single chapter and make it very exciting and engaging to read. And, like, a Naruto chapter was 20 pages long. This is gonna be over 2 times that. There is enough page to tell a good story. Do you think this manga could be linked to the new anime project? I don't think so. I don't think so initially, no. For the new Naruto episodes that are gonna come out, because I think they said it was gonna be 4 episodes long, and for a 55-page chapter, you can easily adapt that into a single episode. Very easily. You would have to actually stretch things out, depending on how things go in the manga. But 55 pages is a very, very doable number of pages for a single anime episode. I do think this will be adapted. I'm 99.9% sure this will happen. Because when we got Naruto Gaiden when Sarada got the Sharingan for the first time when they fought Shin Uchiha, that was also an anime done by a manga spin-off done by Kishimoto. That was 10 chapters longer, but it was like a 20-page chapter, I think. So it was shorter, but that was adapted. Then we got the Mitsuki Sage Mode one-shot, which was also adapted, and that was 45 pages long. It was adapted into 1 episode. That was also adapted from the manga, even though it was a one-shot. And then we got Sasuke Retsuden, trash dinosaur fights, but it was also adapted. And sure, there was a light novel first, but then it was adapted into manga form, and then it was also adapted into the anime. So I'm 99.9% sure this is gonna get an anime adaptation, and it's probably gonna be an episode long worth of this spin-off for Minato. Like, if they don't do that, I'll be very surprised. First, because obviously by the results of the poll, Minato is a very popular character, and people will want to see this animated. And they have to take into account that most people worldwide speaking, I don't know, because in Japan it's different, but worldwide, most people don't read the manga. Let's hope we don't get a villain as bland as Shin Uchiha. Yes, and that's the problem. Shin Uchiha was a new character that they had to introduce for the arc. And he was terrible. He was awful. And that was done by Kishimoto. Like, that arc is probably the best Boruto content we have, because it was written and drawn by Kishimoto, so obviously it's way better than what Ikemoto does. But it was still not very good. Mainly because Naruto and Sasuke looked like absolute chumps. The story was, like, fine. Sarada's awakening the Sharingan for the first time. It's okay, it's interesting, kinda. But then, like, Shin Uchiha is just trash. Like, it's awful. Maybe the 4th episode will be about the Hokage. We don't know anything about those episodes. But let's be real. It's probably going to be a filler arc. Just like the billions of filler arcs we got when Naruto was coming out. It's going to feel the exact same way. It's going to be... I would wager it's going to be Naruto Part 1. Maybe... I don't know if it's going to be before or after Sasuke left the village, but regardless, it's going to be Team 7, maybe a couple of other characters from the Konoha 12, and a different mission against a generic villain. That's very much a filler arc. Because you can't do much in that time period of a story. Because if you do that, then if you do things that don't match with the canon, then that's not a good thing. And that's the problem. You have much more leeway with a character like Minato, whose backstory before he was like 24, before he dies, and before he was in the Third Great Ninja War is unknown, than characters like Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi, which we know pretty much every single thing that happened to them in their lives. Did you see the One Piece live action trailer? No, I don't watch One Piece, I don't read One Piece, so I didn't bother. We have to see Madara's empathy. Madara is like 100 in this point of the story. He's not going to show up. Like, one of the main reasons why Madara could implement his plan was because people didn't know he was around. And if people find out he's around, then the canon's gonna be broken. I just don't want this to kind of break canon. It would be kind of bad if that happened. Do you have any idea why Hashirama got stronger and more legendary as the plot advanced? I think I'll eventually make a video about that. But it's simply because it's more epic and legendary for you to have the founder of the village be extremely powerful. And this essentially God among humans. It's more epic this way. When are you gonna hit 1 million subs? I don't think I'll ever hit 1 million subs. That's a difficult goal. Like, only a handful of anime YouTubers have 1 million subs. It's not the type of niche where you can grow that much. In terms of subs, at least. Not with that attitude. I'm just being realistic. First I have to get to 100,000 before 1 million. To go a step at a time. So if you subscribe now, if you're not subscribed, please do so because we want to reach 100,000. I'm gonna do a live stream at 100,000, maybe a face reveal. I don't know, something special. So if you wanna see that, maybe subscribe to this channel and share my videos to your friends that also enjoy Naruto. And like the live stream too, we have 112 people watching and 98 likes. We need at least 112 likes. Will you do a giveaway when you reach 100k? I don't know yet. Perhaps. So subscribe. Don't do a face reveal. Save it. Some people want, some people don't want. Do not do a face reveal. Personally, I like your content. Usually, choose your channel compared to others. Thank you, Sonic Station. Well, you won't hit 1 million. You will hit 2 million. Well, I hope so. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Imagine that. 2 million subs. If you're a shinobi, how much would you spam the substitution jutsu every day long? Like all day long, literally. It's the most overpowered jutsu in the entire verse. When you think about the cost effectiveness of chakra expenditure for the jutsu and how good the jutsu is. Can we expect a Naruto rewrite this Sunday? Perhaps. Any Sunday now. When you least expect. You spade facts. You'll blow up sooner rather than later. Thank you. Itachi Uchiha. In the time skip of Boruto, Kishimoto should take over. No, he's not gonna draw Boruto on a consistent basis anymore. People are saying he's writing the story, but no, it's just a lie. Obviously, he isn't. It's probably like overseeing the story and saying, yeah, no, sure, go ahead, do it this way, do it that way. But Kishimoto's not involved very much with Boruto. And I don't think he even wants to be a part of Boruto. I think he would be much more interested in doing an anthology series just like this Minato one-shot, but something longer if he were to do anything else. Or maybe a new series, like he wanted to do the Samurai 8 manga, which flopped. But I think Kishimoto would be very good with a seinen series. He wanted to do a manga about mafia before Naruto. I think that could be a very interesting idea. Then again, he did Naruto for 15 years, drawing every week. He's like releasing a new chapter every week. He probably just wants to kind of retire now and not draw an entire series like that again. I think if he were to do a new series, it would probably be him writing and somebody else drawing, just like he was with Samurai 8. But, I don't even think this is gonna happen now after Samurai 8 flopped. If you were to rewrite Boruto, how would you do it? I will rewrite Boruto after Naruto. What are your thoughts on Gabi from AOT? She's a fine character. People hate her because of what she did, but the character makes sense in the story. Just like Danzo, people hate Danzo, but he's a good character. Can you hurt yourself to activate the substitution, or the source of attack needs to be other person? This is never really stated anywhere. Because if that's the case, then it's even more OP. I made an entire video about why the substitution is so OP, so go watch that if you haven't. Why nobody uses Hiruzen's crystal ball? Well, you have to understand that the crystal ball was one of those things that was in chapter 1 and never again seen in the story. So just kind of imagine that never happened. Because Naruto changed a lot from chapter 1 until like chapter 3. Like, if you go back and read chapter 1, you'll see that Naruto's classmates, like, you don't know any of them because Kishimoto hadn't flashed them out yet. And then you can also see when Naruto gets selected into Team 7, you don't see anybody from the Konoha 12 yet. You just see Sakura and Sasuke, who are the characters Kishimoto knows about at that point of the story. After that, the Konoha 12 are only introduced in the tuning exams when Kishimoto flashes out those characters, when he thinks about them more properly and how to develop them. So Naruto, Kishimoto never really intended Naruto to be that long, but because of the success, then, oh, okay, I can do a very long series now, so that's why there are so many retcons in the series. And I'm actually fine with most of the retcons. Like, I don't mind them that much. Because if you ask me, would you have liked Naruto to be like 200 chapters long with no retcons and just end much sooner, or would you have preferred Naruto to be 700 chapters long, but Kishimoto had to do some retcons to do the story he wanted for a longer series? I would take option 2 for sure. Would you rather have the Rinnegan or the Nine Tails plus Sharingan? I don't know. Probably the Rinnegan. Watch Shisui fans coming here saying body flicker. It's better than the substitution jutsu. I guess if you were a shinobi, you would also spam body flicker. Yeah. I wish Kishi don't die before explaining Naruto's secrets. Now, he's young, like, how old is he? Kishimoto. He is 48. He's young. And, like, I don't think secrets will ever be... Like, a lot of things will just never be explained. They'll just be secrets forever, essentially. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because Kishimoto started writing Naruto very young. Like, he was in his early 20s when he started writing Naruto. Imagine 10 Tails Brian mode. Brian mode, Naruto. Let's see the poll. I'm gonna end it. We got 11% of people are not excited about the Minato manga. 22% a little excited. 36% are excited. And 29% are very hyped. Interesting results, I suppose. So definitely more people hyped and excited than not. Interesting, interesting. Very interesting. Ten Tails Brian mode where he punches slightly harder than Kid Naruto. Exactly. Do you think the Boruto time skip can redeem the series? No. No. Sup, y'all? Sup, Frank? It's Filthy Frank, mother... But yeah, Boruto's gonna come back. That's gonna be something, to say the least. But first, we're gonna have this Minato manga. When will Kaguya be retcon? Kaguya was already a retcon. What are you talking about? Right, okay. Boruto was trash ever since the first arc. I mean, yes. Absolutely. Reading Boruto is like watching someone crap over and over. Yeah. Absolutely. I cannot lie, the worldwide Kodomatsu Kami was the biggest BS I have ever seen. Yeah. It is. The only good thing about Boruto is Hanabi and Ino. Danzo had good intentions. Danzo never did anything wrong. What are you talking about? What are you implying? How about you play FNAF in your second channel? What's FNAF? Fortnite? I don't know what that is. FNAF. Naruto should have kept 6 paths powers and he does have them. He had them up until Brian mode. You can see that because when he's using the 6 paths powers, he has the Kurama slits for the pupils and also the flat slits as well combined, but he doesn't have the color around his eyes. And he has that. FNAF 5 Nights at Freddy's. I don't know what that is. One of the many things Danzo did right was dying before Boruto started. Yes. You have a second channel? Yes, I do have a second channel. Link in the description below. Go subscribe to that one. Do it now. And also subscribe to this one as well if you haven't. Please subscribe to that one. I want to reach 2,000 subs there. Come on, help me out. Help me out, will ya? Just help me out. please. FNAF's a horror game franchise? Huh. What's your opinion of the new Storm game? It's gonna be Storm 4 with all the story lines from all story games. All Storm games, sorry. But it's essentially a DLC, as far as I can tell, with a couple new characters. Like, it's gonna be the same shit. Boruto's fire, bro. I don't know what everyone's talking about. I think your brain's been melted by TikTok. Like the Venn diagram of Boruto fans and TikTok addicts is almost a circle. Keishi's gonna do 50 first dates with Kushina and Minato Manga. I would actually like that. What big anime do you not plan to watch ever? Dragon Ball, One Piece, Bleach. I do intend to maybe read One Piece one day, but I'll never watch it. How your ninja wife crush. What if Kakashi added fire nature to the Rasengan instead of lightning nature? He's a lightning style specialist. Why would he try fire if it's not his main nature? And like the training you have to go through is insane for that. What's your opinion about Black Clover? I watched 5 seconds of it, literally 5 seconds, and was non-stopping screaming, so I just gave up and didn't watch it. One Piece fire though, manga's good, anime so bad. That's why I'll never watch the anime, I'll just read the manga if I am to ever consume the story. I meant when he learned the Rasengan. He didn't learn it, he copied it. Boruto's good, don't switch up when time skip drops. No, I'll read it until the end, but it's gonna be trash all the way through. People are saying ever since Boruto started, hey, you have to wait for the time skip, time skip's gotta be fire. And it's really gonna be trash, just like everything else. Like maybe it's gonna be like 10% better. But then again, 10% of 0 is still 0. Boruto's not good and pretending it is delusional. Yeah, it is. What's your opinion on the Chimera Ant arc? I hate the Chimera Ant arc. I can't stand the narrator. It's so slow paced. That arc was 50 something episodes long. It should have been 20. I don't care about any of those stupid ants. Like, I don't care at all about them. And the narrator is too obnoxious. Did you watch Jujutsu Kaisen? Yes, it was pretty good. I have to watch the movie, and the new season is gonna come out soon. Why does Boruto spam filler instead of waiting for a manga and making quality detailed episodes? Because that's the business model they adapt. For Naruto and Boruto as an extension, it's a weekly anime. There has to be an episode almost every week, except for like holidays and stuff. So they have to keep on fluffing it up so they don't catch up to the manga. It's insane, like 90% of the Boruto anime is not manga content, or even more, because there are, what, 250 episodes at this point? And there are 80 manga chapters. So, 80 manga chapters, they're 45 pages long. If you adapt in a reasonable pace, you can adapt 60 pages of, like, if you're going in a cool pace, you can adapt 60 pages of a manga into an episode. So there are, like, if you condense everything together, it will be like 60 Boruto episodes that were actually in the manga, and the rest is not. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's filler because all of it is filler. It's just that filler is not even in the manga, in the filler manga, which is just absolutely insane. Like, even Naruto wasn't so bad with that stuff, because Naruto's like 40% filler, but Boruto's like, wow. It's insane. It's not 90% now that I'm it's more like 75%, which is still like an insane number, but anyway. Whack opinion, end of Chimera Anarch was fire. No, I don't like the girl. Like, I don't care about Meruem and the chess girl. I don't know the name of the game they played, whatever. Like, I didn't care at all when they died, because I don't empathize with non-human characters. This is just a thing. Like, I don't care about non-human characters at all. If they die, I don't care at all. So I didn't care about their moment. The best moment of the arc was when Netero blew himself up. I wish that had actually killed Meruem. I didn't like Dark Gon. No, reverse Super Saiyan Gon. I was expecting an epic fight against Pito, but it was just a stomp. It was kind of boring. And then we're like, oh no, Gon is too far gone. Gon is an absolutely obnoxious character that I hate, so I didn't care about him going insane and almost dying there. Like Meruem versus Netero, the fight was also kind of boring. It was the same thing for I don't know how long. It was just Meruem rushing at Netero, and Netero slapping him with a golden statue. Like, the only the cool moments in that fight was when Netero loses his arm and he says, "I can still pray with one hand." That was a cool moment. And then when he explodes himself, that's probably the best, you know, isolated scene in the entire story. Because that's just a really cool scene. Don't underestimate the power of mankind. But other than that, I detest the Chimera arc. Like, when they were, there was one episode, they were climbing those stairs, and 2 seconds passed in universe, and that was the episode. Like, 20 minutes was 2 seconds in universe. It was just going too slow for me. I didn't like that. Meruem was analyzing Netero's attacks when he was rushing him. Yeah, but it was still boring. Like, it was the same thing over and over again. Like, at least in the York New arc, when Kurapika fought Uvo, that was the best fight of the series. That fight was cool, like, it was strategic. They were also analyzing each other, especially Kurapika. But at least the fight was engaging to look at. What are the things you dislike the most about Hunter x Hunter? The obsession with subverting expectations every single time. Like, you know when they say that if If everything is beautiful, then nothing is. It's the same thing here. If you subvert expectations every time, then you're not subverting anything. Like, why do you have to do that? Like, it's annoying. It's just annoying. It's not cool. And oh, it's so different. No, it's just annoying. Chimera N arc is one of the most overrated arcs ever. Yes, it is. It's very overrated. It's pretty freaking annoying. Some things that happen in Hunter x Hunter, they kind of annoy me a lot. York New Arc's the best arc in Hunter x Hunter, I agree. And one of the best arcs in all anime manga? Nah. It's a good arc. Like, it was definitely the best arc in Hunter x Hunter. But still pales in comparison to Naruto, like the better Naruto arcs. Do you like the Nen system? I do. I find the Nen system interesting. It's complicated on purpose to the point that it's also kind of annoying. But it does make for a very interesting power system. Like when we have to read an encyclopedia to understand the power system, like I wouldn't remember 90% of Nen things if you were to ask me now, because I watched Hunter x Hunter in like 2015 and I only watched it once. So I wouldn't remember most of the things. I remember there were the 6 different natures of Nen, and then you have a you have a specialization. Not a specialist because that's one of the natures, but then you have a main one, and then if the other you have like you can get better at the ones that are closer to your main nature in the star thing there. It's very complicated. But then again, it makes for interesting fights. Which is a good thing. The thing is, it's only introduced like kind of late, right? After they become hunters, that's when the system is introduced, which is kind of interesting to think about. Yu Yu Hakusho is better than Hunter x Hunter, especially the anime. I have never seen Yu Yu Hakusho. Is there such a thing as a bad power system? Oh yes, obviously there is. Has the release date dropped yet? Yes, the Minato manga will premiere in Shonen Jump July 18th. It's going to be 55 pages long. It's going to have 2 color pages, and the name of the one shot is Tumbling Wind in the Storm. It's gonna be just a one shot, like just one 55-page chapter. That's gonna be the story. And this picture here Minato in the live stream thing is an official picture of him released by Kishimoto, drawn by him and also colored by him. We can see he's probably going to be 15 to 16 years old. Do you like the Greed Island arc? Not much. Not much, to be honest. The only good part of that arc is the dodgeball game. That was really cool. The rest is The Hunter exam arc pales in comparison to the Chunin exams. Like, it's not even close. What's the other arcs? The Tower arc is okay. It's kind of annoying that in every single fight there's a narrator narrating the fight. I can see what's happening. You don't have to tell me every single detail that's happening in the fight. And it's not even the, you know, the this overseeing narrator that's like not a character. It's a person narrating from the arena itself, which is more annoying. What's the worst retcon in Naruto in your opinion? The Zetsu thing and Kaguya arriving. It's definitely the worst. Like, but not even, it's not even close to the second one. I hope they gave Minato more personality in this manga. Just want to know how he got his creative vocabulary. Yeah, Minato's a character that kind of lacks characterization in Naruto. Is Naruto overrated? Naruto is not overrated. Minato is overrated, for sure. Saddest Naruto backstory, it has to be Itachi's. Like, it's not even close. Sorry, I forgot Black Zetsu is the thing's second worst retcon in Naruto then. Let me think. Like, I don't mind most of the others. Let's see. I like the Tail Beast retcon. I like Hashirama being the god of Shinobi. I think the Naruto and Sasuke being reincarnations is probably a close second. Not it's definitely not nearly as bad as the Zetsu one, but I don't like that. And that's definitely a retcon. I think Kakashi gives him a run for his money. No, not even close. Not even close. Like, sure, Kakashi saw his dad die. He saw his dad's corpse, and his dad had killed himself. And then he loses Obito, and he kind of kills Rin. Sure, it wasn't even him. Like, Rin just jumped on his Raikiri, but Itachi had to kill his parents in cold blood, and his entire family, and he was used as a tool by the Leaf Village and by the Uchiha clan. So it was way worse than Kakashi. Kabuto has a better backstory than Orochimaru. The thing is, like, Kabuto's backstory is not bad, but the thing about Orochimaru is that he is the type of character that you don't give a backstory to. Like the Joker, for example. It's much more interesting if some characters, like Orochimaru, who are supposed to be scary, and they have goals kind of beyond your understanding, if they don't have a backstory, it's much more interesting and mysterious and also frightening. We do get a sliver of a backstory when Sasuke fights Orochimaru, in Shippuden, of course, when we see Orochimaru visiting the graves of his parents with Hiruzen, and he sees the shed skin of a white snake. And that's it. I mean, that's fine. I think I would have preferred not to have that, to be honest. Nagato's pretty bad as well. I mean, sure, like, Gaara's... Itachi's definitely the worst, and then Gaara's the second worst, for sure. Then maybe Kakashi and Nagato. And then Sasuke. I mean, Sasuke's backstory is much worse than Naruto's. Like, way worse. In terms of emotional, psychological damage and sadness. Because, like, Sasuke is right when he was telling Naruto in the Valley of the End in part 1, you don't know, you don't understand, you've never had anyone, you've always been alone. I lost my entire family and my brother killed them, you don't understand anything. And sure, Naruto was actually beginning to understand that in that moment because he was losing Sasuke, who had become his family. But yeah, it's definitely Itachi is the saddest one. Obito losing Rin is also hard on him. I mean, yes, it would be. But Obito is not even the top 10 saddest stories in Naruto. It's insane how weak-minded he is. What's better, Hunter x Hunter or One Punch Man? One Punch Man. 100%. Have you watched Cowboy Bebop? No. Only the first episode and I fell asleep, so I kind of dropped it. I probably have to watch it again. Also, Itachi had a sad life to the end. At least Kakashi, Gaara, Sasuke ended up happy. Pretty much, that's true. Will you play God of War on your other channel? I don't have a PS5. Do you believe in Utakata supremacy? No, I believe in Hikaku Uchiha supremacy. Hashirama also had to go through a lot. To be honest, that era was harsh. Yeah, obviously, like Madara and Hashirama, their backstories were way worse than Obito's, than Nagato's, than like most of the characters in the entire story. What's good? I'm a fan. You mind recapping what's going down? So Minato's getting this new manga. It's going to be a one-shot chapter of 55 pages. It's going to come out July 18th. Less than a month away. The name of the one-shot is Naruto Gaiden Tumbling Wind in the Storm. And yeah, it's going to be 55 pages. 2 color pages, at least. They're going to be included. And this picture here on screen is an official Minato picture released by Kishimoto. He drew it and colored it himself. This probably means with this picture that it's going to be a story about teen Minato, about 15 to 16 years old. That's pretty much it. Tsunani's backstory was bad too. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't Itachi bad. He's already using the Flying Thunder God at this age. I mean, that's not that far-fetched to think of, like, he's 16, but remember, Naruto and Sasuke, they were 16 as well when they were doing insane things, like Sage Mode, Mangekyo, Susanoo stuff. Obviously, Minato, who is, in terms of being a prodigy, much more of a prodigy than Naruto and Sasuke, have powerful jutsus. I think Sasuke has the second most tragic backstory. That's not a bad take. His backstory is very sad. It's hundreds, if not thousands of times worse than Naruto's backstory. The Wano arc is better than the Pain arc? What's the Wano arc? Is it a filler arc? Never heard of it. Kawaki's backstory was sad. No, I mean, sure, it was sad, but like, his backstory wasn't even close to the mild backstories in Naruto. Oh, it's from One Piece. Okay. I don't know anything about this arc. So... Wano arc is in One Piece and it is okay at best. Tenzo's backstory was horrific. The gas girl deserved better. Are you talking about One Piece? Have you watched Bleach? No. It would be repetitive having Kurama as a 9 tails than another stronger tail beast who's even stronger, the 10 tails, and then another stronger. Why are you talking? What? Yes, it would be repetitive. Yamato's real name is Tenzo. Yeah. I haven't seen Inuyasha, no. Mid-piece fans are so delusional. Naruto is times better than 99% of mid-piece. Daigo, if you had to pick Danzo Supremacy or Hikaku Supremacy, I have to go with Hikaku because Hikaku's the solo king. And he's the only solo king there is. I'm late, what did I miss? There's gonna be a Minato manga. The Minato manga of the Naruto Top 99. It's coming out July 18th. It's gonna be 55 pages long. A one-shot with 2 colored pages. And it's gonna be called Naruto Gaiden Tumbling Wind in the Storm. Written and drawn by Kishimoto himself. And this Minato showing up on screen is an official Minato picture that Kishimoto released. He drew it and colored it too. We see Minato's gonna be 15 to 16. He's definitely a teen. And this is gonna be the time period that the manga's gonna be at, probably. Didn't mid-piece fans sabotage the Naruto poll and voted for Sakura? I think there was, of course I think there were trolls and stuff, but I think mostly it was like a big campaign they did for Sakura. What is your next favorite anime next Naruto? My top 5, in no particular order, are Naruto Villain Saga, Code Geass, Kaguya-sama, and Assassination Classroom. Do you think the latest Kawaki vs. Burushiki fight in the anime was good or still trash? I haven't seen the anime, so I don't know. But it was still trash. Because it's Boruto. Like, maybe the animation was good, but the fight itself, like, it's bad. The story and the characters and the emotions that the fight tries to depict. What do you think about the 5 Kage Summit arc? It's a very good arc. It's very much underrated. A lot of people say it's bad, a lot of people don't even remember it very well, but it's a great arc. This is probably because it came right after the Pain arc, and in the anime there was a very trash filler arc in between those arcs. So people probably just have a bad taste in their mouths. And because the Pain arc ended in such a climactic way, maybe they just didn't care much afterwards, but it's a great arc. Can anything fix Boruto for you? No. Decanonize it. That's fixing stuff. And also decanonize the Otsutsukis. And Zetsu's retcon. Death Note. I have seen Death Note, and I'm reading the manga right now. It's pretty good. I have some thoughts about it. Demon Slayer is the worst anime ever made, except for Boruto. Quite literally. The Pain arc ending is terrible though? No, what are you talking about? The Pain arc is very solid, all the way through. Do you like Hagoromo? No. You wild for the Demon Slayer take? Guys, you have to understand you only like Demon Slayer because it looks pretty and the animation is good. The story has nothing. It's the most generic plot ever made. The characters are nothing. They are either extremely generic or generic and extremely annoying at the same time. The villains are laughable. They are all the same character except for Michael Jackson, who's the big villain, and he's already absolute trash. Like, everything about Demon Slayer is bad except for the animation. If you read the manga, like, nope. And the ending is also catastrophically bad. Oh my god. They managed to do a worse ending than the Naruto ending. Demon Slayer is also an anime for TikTok addicts. What's your favorite video game? Ragnarok Online. Hagoromo should have been the final villain. No, it should have been Madara Uchiha. I'm so glad a big YouTuber recognizes how bad the story and characters of Demon Slayer are. I'm not that big though. Have you watched Monster? No. Have you watched Blue Lock? I have. It's fun. I haven't read the manga though. I'm glad you told me why I don't have to watch Demon Slayer because people keep telling me to watch it. No, just literally, have you watched Kaguya-sama? Have you watched Villain Saga? Have you watched Code Geass? Have you watched Bakuman? Have you watched, I don't know, Fullmetal Alchemist? Have you watched, let me think of a more good. Have you watched Haikyuu? Have you watched, like there are so many good anime. Why would you waste your time? Now, ReZero is not that good. ReZero is kind of it's pretty mid. Especially because there's so many, like, boring dialogue-heavy episodes. Kaguya-sama. Daigo likes Kaguya. Yeah, I like Shinomiya Kaguya, not Otsutsuki Kaguya. ReZero's top tier? No, not even close. It's better than your average isekai manga, but the best anime. It's not a manga, it's a light novel. But anyways, it's better than your average isekai anime, but the best isekai anime is Mushoku Tensei. Haikyuu's bad? No, it's good. Bakuman is very underrated. Yes, it's better than Death Note. It's by the same guys, but it's better. It's literally better than Death Note. It's definitely my top 10. It's almost breaking into my top 5. It's amazing. Futurama is the best isekai. I've never seen that. Have you watched Konosuba? No. I haven't. Have you? Mushoku Tensei is garbage in my opinion. It's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. What's the Minato manga release date? July 18th. It's gonna be 55 pages long with 2 color pages. And the first official image is the one of Minato that you're seeing now on screen. The 12 demons in Demon Slayer are very solid, and the upper 6 are all great. They're all the exact same character. As they die, you see their backstory. They were a human once, and there was a tragic event, and then they became a demon. Wow. Konosuba is the best isekai alongside Mushoku Tensei. I haven't seen Konosuba. I kind of don't have the stomach for isekai anime anymore. Like, I've watched like 4 or so already. It's too much. Do you think a Minato manga was a good choice, or would you rather have a one-shot focus on someone else? I would have literally picked hundreds of characters before picking Minato. I would have picked somebody else for sure. Minato's not even close to my favorite character, or a character that I think is the most interesting to be picked for this particular thing. Oh, Lucas Gontijo, thank you so much for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Where do you find the new official Minato art? It's in Kishimoto's Instagram. That's where I found it. Sasuke's Sarutobi manga would be fire. Yeah, it definitely would. It would be fire! Fire. Fire! Most overrated anime the past decade? Obviously Demon Slayer. Of all time. Literally. Hikaku Uchiha is a better pick. His backstory is crazy. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, he got 78th place. I should have campaigned for him. Is this getting animated? Very likely yes. Erased? Erased is 6.5 out of 10, I would say. That's a wild take, homie. Well, that's because you overrate the anime. Just because it looks pretty and the animation's good. I don't even like the animation style. I think the characters are ugly. Of course, it's well animated, but to my taste, the animation doesn't look good. Those water things and the fire, it's ugly for me, but it's well animated. I can see that. Who should be picked for a new manga instead of Minato? I mean, I would have to list almost every single Naruto character. What do you think of a Berserk? I haven't read it. It's only carried by animation? Yeah. Like, you could do literally any manga adaptation that was adapted with, that type of animation would have been successful to that degree. Best fire anime? What do you mean, fire anime? How did Hinata's mother die? Watch my rewrites, you'll find out. Fairy Tail? Never seen Fairy Tail, but they say it's trash. I think Tobirama should have gotten the manga. I think Tobirama would be a more interesting character than Minato. I said I've never seen the anime, just read the manga. But the manga's terrible, like the art's not even good. I don't know why you like it. Fairy Tail's trash. That's what I always heard. Hashirama or Madara manga, that would be great. That'd be very good. Minato, nah. Minato's very overrated. Just because he looks cool, and he was so hyped in part 1. Is he Kaku filler? No, he's literally the 78th most popular character in Naruto. Fairy Tail makes Demon Slayer look like a masterpiece. I can't comment on that because I haven't seen it. Tobirama's boring, he made jutsu hiding while Hashirama did everything. I mean, he's a bad person in universe. Like, he's a bad Hokage, but that doesn't make him a bad character. I need help. I have a friend who wants to get into anime, but her favorite show is Friends. Oh, just tell him to watch Kaguya-sama. Like, Friends is unadulterated garbage, but... Would Sigma Riz Lord Hikaku Uchiha beat Virgin No Bitches Momoshiki? Yes, obviously. He's the solo king. I love Team Minato's design. He looks great. I mean, he looks alright. He's wearing like a tracksuit. There's nothing special. It kind of reminds me of the Boruto, like... clothes. Yeah. Like, what made Minato cool was his Hokage cloak. And because he looks pretty. Like, the girls also like him because he looks pretty, but... The Hokage cloak is literally 80% of the reason why people really, really like him. Imagine Ikemoto drawing Hagoromo. That would be terrible. Jiraiya manga would be good. It could be interesting. I mean, almost any character can be interesting if you do it right. I'm not saying the Minato manga is not gonna be good just because I wouldn't have picked Minato. I'm surprised that they are not writing a bunch of Naruto lore and more backstories. Well, it's because they're writing Boruto. Burrito. They botched the Sage of Six Paths build up when they introduced Hagoromo. Yeah. Yeah. Also, people like Minato because he's Naruto's dad? Nah, not really. I mean, I guess there's like a small portion because of that, but that's not the main reason. Man, that image of Minato makes me salty. How stupid and lame adult Naruto's haircut looks. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have made Naruto's hair too similar to Minato's hair, but I don't think I would have changed it that much. Like, either make it slightly longer, but like that shorter hairstyle, it doesn't look good. Like, it just doesn't look good. Also, Sasuke hairstyle, like, why would they change the hairstyle? Why would they take the spikes out of Sasuke's head? Like, the back of his head, his hair was spiked in the back of his head. That was the most recognizable feature of the character design. Like, if you see Sasuke's outline, you'll recognize him immediately because of that. And he doesn't have that in Boruto. Like, why? Why would you take that away? Obviously, we don't have to talk about Gaara's hairstyle here, because that's pretty much insanity. Also, Yahiko/Pain's hair is just like Naruto's. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's orange. Like, we saw Naruto's vision of himself in when he was reading Jiraiya's story, and he had a longer hair, not as long as Minato's, but still a little bit longer. And also his jaw looked, you know, more squared, more masculine when he was an adult. Like, Naruto, he just looks like a wimp as the Hokage. With that short hair, with that round chin, that chubby face. Flock's hair defies gravity. Let me look at it. Flock. AOT. I mean, before the time skip, I think you mean, right? Because after the time skip, it's pretty standard. Is the Namikaze a prestigious clan? Not as far as we know. It's probably gonna be a retcon if it is. The stress of getting Sasuke back got to him probably. Gaara looked better with eyebrows, but he never had eyebrows. Does he have eyebrows in Boruto? No, he doesn't. Yeah, Gaara doesn't have eyebrows. Do you know Warhammer 40k? I know of it. I've never played it, but I know of it. I play D&D mostly. That's the game I play now. Was Tsunari's younger brother supposed to be the new incarnation? Well, he looks a lot like Naruto, but that's that's not the reason why. It was because Nawaki was supposed to mirror Naruto in many ways, so that it could impact Tsunade's character even more in the Tsunade search arc. Tsunade was 106, now she is 10.6, pretty much. I used to play D&D, but Wizards of the Coast are trash, so I mean, if you're gonna go by that logic, then you're not gonna play anything. Ever. Also, you don't have to sponsor them to play the game. Fun fact, no one gave birth to Hikaku, he simply decided to exist. Hikaku is the solo king. What is the best parts of the 4th Green Ninja War? There are so many good parts in the war. It's just that, like, the best and the worst parts of Naruto are in that arc, so it's a mixed bag. Like, almost everything that has to do with Madara is great. Masked Man, Obito's great. Gaara versus his dad is great. What does based mean? That question wasn't based, man. Bro's gonna start a cult worshipping Hikaku. What do you mean? It already exists. Go join my Discord server. Links in the description below. There's a channel on my Discord server that's called Hikaku Shrine. You have to join the server, and you have to post your adoration to Hikaku on that channel right now. Understand? Do Ototsukis exist in the rewrite? I'm not giving spoilers for free anymore. And we haven't even reached the donation goal today. So, I'm not gonna say. Was Shisui stronger than Minato? No. No, he wasn't. Hikaku is the true sage of 6 paths. Honto no Rikudo Senin no Chikara. Your donation goes really nice, I know. I'm gonna guess a fat no because Daigo hates the Otsutsuki. Who would be the worst pick for the one-shot? Personally, I would want a Kurama slice of life before he was tortured for 100 years. Any Otsutsuki character or Zetsu. Thank you for the donation. We're going up in the like goal. I mean, the donation goal. Yay! Remember Otokaze? Oh yes, Otokaze! I have to make a video about him. He's the strongest ninja ever in the Sen Village. Why do you call Kurama she? Because she's female. Kurama's a girl's name. Next part of rewrite when? Any day now, any Sunday now. Otokaze. I realized that since Naruto killed that other Jonin of Suna, or aka Sen Village, I believe Oto lost a friend in that situation and he never talked with Naruto about it. Yes, there's a possibility of drama. I don't know if Kurum's a girl with that voice, but I guess we live in 2023. Well, the voice doesn't have anything to do about it. Like, it's a monster. It's not a person to have a female voice. It can be a female and still have a thick voice. Like, Naruto's voiced by a woman, too. So... if you didn't know that. I think Naruto's voiced by a woman in every single language. I think it's like a requirement or for some reason. Also, Orochimaru's voice is a woman. Is it in Japanese? Orochimaru, voice actor. There's so many Japanese. Oh yeah, it is. Holy crap! I didn't know that. Wow. That's insane. That's insane, dude. She's so talented. What the hell? I have to take a look at more characters that she voices. Oh, simply a floating eyeball. Thank you. Let's see, Orochimaru. Her name is Kujira. Wait, she doesn't have a last name? Why? Why doesn't she have a last name? Kujira. Kujira. Voice actor. IMDb. Let's see what she did. If I can recognize her voice. She's in Mushoku Tensei. Right, the man god in Mushoku Tensei. That makes sense. It kind of sounded like Orochimaru. Does she voice anything that doesn't sound like creepy like Orochimaru does? Cause like, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything here. I didn't know, yeah, but I didn't know Orochimaru was voiced by a woman. That's very interesting. And it sounds good. Like, Naruto's voice actor is also very good. I just think it's weird that they kind of established that as a rule for Naruto, that he kind of has to be voiced by a woman. Like, I don't think it should be a requirement, but I think it's what happens. I searched it and it says he's a male. No, it says female voice. It says voice actress. Kujira. Let's see. More anime she did. Yeah, I haven't seen. She's in Cowboy Bebop. I haven't seen that though, so I can't comment on it. But regardless, pretty cool. Jiraiya's rod versus Obito's ash bone. Yeah, boys. Goku's voice in Japanese is from a woman. I heard that, I think. I haven't seen Dragon Balls, though. Why didn't Naruto's voice change as an adult? I mean, I think it is a little bit lower pitched, but there's only so much the voice actress can change her voice to, I think. Sasuke's voice also didn't change very much. It's very common for women to voice young male characters. Yeah, I know. Especially in Japan, though. Like, it's not as common in the West. But like Naruto is 16 in Shippuden and he's still voiced by a woman. And then he's like 35 in Boruto and he's still voiced by her. But I like Naruto's voice, I'm fine with it. Have you watched Yu-Gi-Oh? No. I watched a little bit of GX back in the day. But that was it. That was it. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It really helps me out. Let's reach 100,000 subs. Also, links in the description below for my second channel. Please help me out there. Let's reach 2,000 subs in that channel too. And join my Discord server. Links in the description below for that. Thank you so much for this live stream. Thank you so much for following the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.